This week we are talking all things end of March. That's right, we are talking end of quarter analysis and next quarter planning. It's slightly more exciting than it sounds. Hi, I'm Sam Nordberg. Welcome to Weekly Mini Training, and as I mentioned, it is the end of March. Please don't shoot the messenger. I know. If you're anything like me, then you had grand plans at the beginning of 2017. Actually, let's be honest, we all have grand plans at the beginning of every year. What happens though is the year passes incredibly quickly. I'm actually not even sure how it's March already or how it's almost April. I'm a little bit scared because my birthday's in April. I'm not quite ready for turning 31. I'm barely handling turning 30 from last year, so, we'll handle that later. Anyway, the end of the quarter and the beginning of next quarter is a perfect time for you to stop and reassess, and that's what I wanted to have a talk to you about today. First of all, it's really good to look back, and the reason that it's good to look back is because otherwise we spend so much time pushing forwards that we tend to just do the same thing again and again without really working out if it's working for us or not. And you know what? It's silly doing the same thing again and again if it's really not working for you. So take some time and look back over the last quarter. So that's January, February, and March. And I want you to ask yourself some questions. Firstly, I want you to ask yourself, what did you achieve? Don't be hard on yourself here. Most people achieve a lot more than they ever give themselves credit for. So how many blogs did you write? How many things did you start? How many places did you go? Just keep a record of the amount of things that you actually did do. A friend of mine, Joe, has this incredible book, just out of reach of the camera, called The Book of Evidence. So this book of evidence is a document where I keep all the happy stuff that happened to me, and you can document the things that went well. I think the thing is that we often don't give ourselves enough credit, and that's why the first thing I want you to do is look back and work out what did go well. So in the book of evidence, you can document by date the happy things that have happened. So testimonials, people booking in, stuff that went really, really well, and give yourself credit for them. Next thing I want you to do when you're looking back is also to talk about the things that didn't go so well. So I want you to reflect back on the last 3 months and work out what wasn't working for you. What was wrong with it? Is it that you'd allocated too much to certain days of the week? Is it that your sales and marketing weren't working? Is it that your content wasn't working well for you? Just really reflect back and look at what wasn't working. Then you can start to look at the month ahead or the quarter ahead, which is what we'll do next. Now, one of my favorite things to do at the moment is to plan out my content. So I'm a big fan of planning, and I've just started quarter planning. This is the plan of content for the next quarter. So these are all of the videos that I want to record for weekly training, like this one. What that allows me to do then is go through and batch record so that I can record a whole heap of stuff in advance for you guys to make sure that you've got the right content at the right date. Also frees me up to do a whole heap more social videos such as live streams without having to worry about whether I've recorded the video for the next weekly training. It also allows me to plan the content really well, meaning that I can record series like the one that just finished, Create the Ultimate Membership Site series, which is a block of 7 videos that all went together. Now I needed to plan those in advance, otherwise I wouldn't have got 7 videos that fitted well together. So when you're planning your next quarter, other than all your other business planning, like your sales and your marketing and your product launches, what I want you to stop and do is plan out your content. It doesn't have to be on good old pen and paper like me. You might be an Evernote fan or whatever it is, but I want you to sit down and really plan out your content. What are you going to talk about? So that's your challenge today. First of all, tell us what went well in business and what went maybe not so well. What wasn't working for you? And then the next thing what you do is grab a pen and paper or a notepad or whatever it might be and plan out your content for the next quarter. Now, I know that sounds scary. If you're reading weekly blogs, it's about 12 or 13 different blogs. Actually, I think my list was 14. It's not that many. You don't have to plan them. You don't have to write them. You just simply write. For me, these are just headings. Like, they're just titles. But it allows me to know what I'm going to record. For you, you might want to go into more detail than that. If that completely overwhelms you, maybe you want to try just recording 1 month at a time. But you know what? It's worth thinking about. So do it for me. Go on, be brave. Plan out your next quarter's worth of content. That might be a blog post, it might be a videos, and let us know how you went. I would love to hear how you go with quarter planning. Now, before you go anywhere, make sure if you haven't done so, the buttons are down below for you. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that will mean that you get the next video before anyone else. You actually get the next video before it even goes out to my email list because, of course, it goes live on YouTube before I tell them that it's live. So subscribers get access first. Also, you can use the buttons below to access any other videos that I have done, and there's a whole heap of weekly mini training. There are hundreds of videos out there for you to help you build great content and a great business. So make make sure you subscribe, click on the video button to go and see some more stuff, and as always, I will see you in the next video.